I lose my breath whenever I see you. You stole my heart, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors. Like the moon needs the sun, we don't care about the others.
Hello everyone, what is up and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Katie. I live in Orlando. I make all shopping and shop with me home decor and DIY home decorating videos, and today's video is my long-awaited DIY kitchen transformation. This is not a makeover, this is a full-blown transformation. The biggest DIY we have ever done. I'm taking you along on the entire process. I cannot believe how this space came out. I'm like looking at it right now in front of me and I cannot wait to get into the video. So if you are excited, be sure to give the video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button down below and the notification bell so you don't miss all of my shopping videos and my next makeover, which is coming up in just a few weeks. Two of them kind of got squished together on my like filming timeline, so more makeovers for you, which I know you guys will all be super excited about. I'm just gonna go ahead and get into the video because it is a long one. Tons and tons of building and DIYing and just decorating, and we're gonna go ahead and get into it right now. Here is a peek at the kitchen before. Such an amazing kitchen. We are so in love. The first project I wanted to tackle was actually changing out all of the cabinet hardware. This is the hardware that came on all of the cabinets, and I like it, but it's just not totally our style, and I wanted to put something a bit more modern. I actually scored all of this hardware from Wayfair during Way Day, so it was such a good deal. It still is on Wayfair, so I will try to go ahead and link everything down below, but it's just going to look so much better, so much more modern, and go a lot more with our style. These smaller projects are really easy to put off because they are very tedious, but look how big of a difference just even this one pull makes. It completely changes the entire look of the cabinet, and I was so excited. If you are looking to do a little bit of a transformation but you're on a tight budget, changing your hardware is a really, really great place to start because, like I've said, I feel like already 5 times, it just really changes the entire look. If you're going to do a project like this, make sure you grab a drill and not a screwdriver because it will save you a ton of time. If you're doing a small mundane task like this and you're trying to make the time go by faster, I definitely recommend turning on your favorite podcast. Right now, I'm obsessed with the Carpool podcast. If you haven't heard it, it's by the car mom and her sister. I just absolutely love them. Whether you're a mom or not, it's just a really fun podcast and it's a really easy listen. So this may look like it took a second because just like that, it is done. But this really probably took me about an hour and a half, and we're on to the next project.
Looks like a cheap motel with her clothes on the floor. I don't know how we ended up here. And we've been flying.
Sticking with the hardware theme that we have going here, I also wanted to change out all of these dummy doorknobs that we have on our pantries. as well as the hinges because they stick out. I just knew it would make such a big difference if we made them all black. These are dummy doorknobs. I got these off of Amazon. Again, everything will be linked down below if you are interested. Everything was super affordable, and again, I feel like this is one of those smaller projects that doesn't take a lot of time, but you will see that it makes a huge difference. If you are a Brian lover like myself, today's video is definitely one that you will love because he is in this video a ton. I was super in the thick of it with all day sickness because I was in the first trimester of my pregnancy. So you'll see I'll be in the video and then I'll disappear because I typically had to go sit down. That's pretty much how it was for about the first 12 weeks of my pregnancy. These are the old silver hinges and the new black hinges, and I just feel like this really easy fix, because they show on the outside, just makes them look so much more clean, fresh, and modern.
Yeah, I know it's bad, but I can't resist. When I look in your eyes, I don't know what is real. All I know is that I could go anywhere, as long as you're with me. Oh, I'm drunk and I know it, but I got you close and kinda hoping that one day we'll get the rhythm of it. Yeah, 'cause no one knows if we're just jumping out the window, trying to cling on to it. You got me holding on to something I know I can't burn me down, but I don't care about it, 'cause I got you close and kinda hoping that one day we'll get the rhythm of it.
Here is a before look at our breakfast nook kitchen table area. This area is getting a complete transformation and it starts now. Okay, so here is like a rough sketch and math that Brian did. Here is the space. We're wanting to do it like L-shaped, like you can see on here. And this is the table we have right now. I'm gonna be selling this entire set just on like Facebook Marketplace. But yeah, super excited to head to Lowe's and pick up the supplies. We reached out to a local carpenter where we live and we were quoted $3,500 for a built-in L-shaped nook. And that was just not in the budget. We knew that we could do it ourselves, and we actually used Jenna Pierce's video. If you guys follow her on YouTube, I'll link her video down below. She did a DIY breakfast nook video, and we used that as a huge resource to help build our nook because it had the same look and similar shape and dimensions that we were trying to do. First thing we did was pick up 10 2x4s. You're definitely going to want to check all of them to make sure that they are not bowed, and we also picked up a bunch of 3-inch construction screws to build our base box.
Got the feeling from the start you might be the guy who'll break my heart. Hello, hello. Even though I took a risk, it is worth the while for just one kiss. I know, I just know it. Caught up in the moment.
Brian got straight to work making the base support box. Obviously, everyone's space is different and we custom tailored it to fit our space, but I will go ahead and give you the dimensions for those that are interested. The longer side of our box that was going on the window side is 96 inches in length. We did make the box 17 inches in depth and 18 inches in height. We did a ton of research about what was a comfortable seating height, also comparing it to the height of our dining table that we had purchased for the space, and these dimensions worked out perfectly for us. Along the back side of the wall, we did make the box 45 inches in length because it was meeting the longer side, giving us a grand total of 62 inches along the back wall. It's a really good sized breakfast bench. I'm not surprised that the quote came in so high from a carpenter, but if you have the tools, I definitely think it's worth taking a stab at doing it yourself.
Caught up in the moment, wanna spend every second with you, yeah. All I do is thinking about you. Stuck in the middle, what can I do? Yeah, I just wanna be right next to you.
Seeing the base middle part come together is seriously so exciting. Now Brian is cutting out all of these support pieces. We wanted to add a ton of support 2x4s onto the box to make sure that it wasn't going to kind of like sink in or cave in anywhere. Brian did go ahead and pre-drill all of the holes, and then we're just getting all of those drilled into place. We did them on every single side of the box to make sure it was super strong, sturdy, and would last a lifetime.
I just wanna be right next to you, right in the middle, right in between. It is up to you what we will be. I don't know what to do. I'm stuck in the middle with you. I just wanna be right next to you, right in the middle, right in between. It is up to you what we will be. I don't know what to do.
With all of these support beams officially drilled into place, we were able to put the two pieces together and see the vision finally come to life. This was such an exciting moment. We definitely did a ton of happy dances in the garage, and then it was time to head back to Lowe's. So we had to get all of the outside pieces. These were definitely a lot more expensive. We went ahead and bought birch plywood, but we also had Lowe's cut it for us. So we had them cut it to the width that we needed, and then we just cut the length at home because we don't have a table saw. We just have a circular saw. We weren't interested in purchasing a table saw, so it was a lot easier for them to do more of the heavy cutting for us, and that service is completely free. What you're looking at here is actually the bottom of the box. We decided to put a 1-inch piece of the birch plywood on the bottom of each side just to completely stabilize it, just in case for any reason our floors weren't level, and to just really make sure that this was a super sturdy box. You definitely don't have to do this, but it was an extra step that we wanted to do. And say hello to my friend's puppy, Stella.
I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out. So try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me.
Now that all of the support pieces are done, it's time to start adding on the front faces. We used a much thinner 1/4-inch plywood on these because we are going to be later adding finishing pieces of plywood that really bring the box to life and make it look a lot more expensive. So this is a place where we wanted to save a little bit of money. We are brad nailing all of these pieces in with a Ryobi brad nailer and using a bunch of Gorilla wood glue. It's not really necessary, but we just really wanted to make sure that this was never going to come apart. I do want to take a second to shout out all the different outfits you'll see in this video and keep it real with you guys. This was a hard project. This is the biggest DIY we have ever done, and it didn't help that we were building it in our garage in the middle of July when we live in Florida. Our garage was probably a solid 110 degrees. But if there's a will, there's a way, and we were determined to make this box on our own, and if we could do it, you definitely could do it too.
Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. I know that you're trying to fix me, but I don't wanna be like you. If you wanna take it back to the 50s, maybe I'm not the guy for you. You're dying not to work, but work until you die, you know that's true. Have you thought it through? 'Cause you love to tell me what to do.
I will admit this is where I made it harder on both of us. I decided that I wanted the bottom pieces cut on an angle because I just felt like it would look more finished, and it definitely looks amazing, but it was just 100 times harder than just leaving them squared. So do with that info what you will if you decide to tackle a project like this. I feel like if you have the right tools, and you have experience, go for it. But if you don't, save yourself the headache. We attached these the exact same way we attached the front panels, and this is really where the box starts to take shape.
Cause everything you own just ends up owning you. So, dear society, you suck. Say no, I'm not like you, I don't think that you get it. You should go and get out, I'll make you regret it.
Now that we have moved inside to the air conditioning, we are cutting our baseboards. This is a built-in Nook. We did not actually attach our base to the wall. We just wanted to be able to kind of wedge it in between the baseboards. In the future, we might go back and permanently attach it to the walls. Florida houses are just really, really difficult because the entire first floor is made out of concrete block. So it's basically impossible to get anything into the wall. We had to hire a professional to come hang our downstairs TV, something that we've done hundreds of times, but the concrete block just makes everything more difficult in Florida, but it's for hurricane protection, so what can you do?
I know they're only fake. Show us what you own and how much money that you make. Yeah, I know that you're trying to fix me, but I don't wanna be like you. Keep your stupid job, pretend that you're the person you wanted to be. And you're dying not to work, but work until you die. And you're dying not to work, but work until you die. You're dying not to work, but work until you die. You're dying inside.
Once we nailed in the tops, we went ahead and added on all of the finishing pieces. We purchased 2-inch wide strips of poplar board to create this shaker style look. We really wanted to emulate the cabinets as well as the doors around the house and just have something that looks like it was made to fit into the house, aka our built-in. Then we just cut these little strips to add in. I just can't believe how perfectly it was all coming together. We seriously worked on this bench for probably 2 weeks, so to finally put on all of these finishing pieces was so satisfying. If you decide to tackle a project like this or something else in your home, don't worry about any little seams that you feel like you find or holes from the brad nailer. All of those are going to get filled in with wood filler as well as a paintable caulk that you will paint over, and you will see once we actually paint the box, it just all comes together and looks so amazing, and it feels so good that we built this ourselves. I just can't believe it. Brian has basically dubbed himself Bob the Builder since we finished this, so if you want, maybe he'll come build one in your house. One of the last steps was adding a quarter round to the entire top of the breakfast bench. You definitely don't have to do this, but we really feel like it made a huge difference in giving the piece a very finished and professional look. So I do highly recommend taking the time to do this if you are going to build a breakfast bench for yourself.
Cause I can get him out of my head. I don't care what we do, everything's feeling new. Even if we stay in bed, my heart is saying yeah, 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 yeah. You know I want him, nah, 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 nah. My heart is saying yeah, yeah, yeah.
After we got all of the holes and seams filled, it looked a little bit crazy. We wanted to let it dry overnight, and then we went back in with an electric sander as well as a hand sander and just got everything perfectly sanded so that it would be ready for paint. You can definitely just use a hand sander if you don't have an electric one, but we were so anxious and ready to start painting, so whatever you have works. You'll definitely need a hand sander for some parts. The electric sander can't get into all of those smaller nooks and crannies, but we just took our time sanding everything down so that the painting process would look even more seamless. Then Brian went around and dusted everything and vacuumed up all of the little particles just to make sure that we had a really clean surface for painting.
I wanna sing, yeah, 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 yeah. I wanna na 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 now. Yeah, 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 yeah. I told him I can be a fighter if you want. I'll be there to catch you if you fall. I can make it brighter when it's dark, when it's dark. I should calm down. And that I'm overthinking everything about you. And that we're good the way we are. But I don't know that much about you.
We are painting our Nook with the Sherwin-Williams Pro Classic Interior Latex paint. I just got it exactly how it comes. I didn't get any color put into it because that is what matches our baseboards. I'll be honest with you, this paint was more expensive because it's one that you can wash. It's super durable. I just wanted a paint that was really going to hold up, especially because it's just going to be a really high traffic area, especially now that we have a baby on the way. So this is the paint that we chose, and I did end up going in with 3 full coats to get a super opaque look.
Take me for granted, will you knock me down? I know I'm feeling something for you. The way you look, the way you laugh, and how you move. It kinda makes me go crazy.
Look what just arrived. Holy moly. Our table says it's 150 pounds, but super excited. Also, why is there a bunch of footprints on it? Anyways, it's here. Super excited. Let's get this thing inside. I also bought the matching chairs from Hearth and Hand. I just wanted to make sure that they would match because the table is such a unique color, and those are here as well.
To know you better. How can you be trusted? Will you take me for granted? Will you knock me down? Before I'm too invested, you should take it easy. Maybe we could test this and work out our feelings. Baby, will I love you? Tell me, do you want me? And will you let me down? Yeah. La 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 la
Taking a break from the breakfast nook area, I want to finish up a couple projects in the kitchen. First things first, changing out this chrome faucet. I just do not like the look of this chrome faucet. And then we also have a garbage disposal button. That's a unique feature I have not had in any other kitchen. I purchased this new faucet off of Amazon. It's a really beautiful, cool toned champagne color. It is so unique and so beautiful. And I found this garbage disposal button by Incinerator, and a lot of people said in the comments that it was a really good, cool toned faucet dupe. And I'm so glad that I was able to get these matched up.
and work out our feelings. Baby, will I love you? Tell me, do you want me? And will you let me down? Problems. I would never thought that you could be causing these problems. It smells so bright with eyes like these diamonds. Caution. I know I should have known. Right now you're not alone. I don't wanna get in trouble. See where you stand. I don't wanna see you crumble. To recall what we meant. All the words you never said. All the questions in my head. 'Cause you're trouble, yeah.
Neither one of us have ever changed a faucet before, so with the help of the instructions and a couple of TikTok videos, we were able to accomplish this small but mighty task. Next thing was popping out the old dishwasher button and putting in the new one, but Brian wanted to say hi to you guys from the hole. We worked hard, but we played harder on this project, that is for sure. These 2 little changes made such a big difference, and when you see the next project, it ties it in even more. And we definitely do have plans to change out all of the countertops to something a lot less busy in the next few years. But look how pretty it is. Next up is hanging our new pendant lights. I splurged on the Nosa woven pendant lights from Crate & Barrel. Definitely a splurge, but so worth it in my opinion because we will have them forever. First step in this process was kind of figuring out how high we wanted them off of the island. We decided somewhere around 30 to 33 inches. We wanted to see where the first one landed and then kind of measure based off of that. These lights came with really, really long strings in case you wanted to hang them from like an entryway, I guess, like seriously a 12-foot string. And we did not need all that. So we needed to first trim them all down, get all of the casing off so that we could expose the wires because that is what you hang up into the ceiling. This was our first time ever hanging pendant lights, and it was definitely a little bit difficult because these were expensive, so we were pretty stressed about messing them up, but you'll see in the end, we got it done.
Never said all the questions in my head, 'cause you're trouble, yeah. Yeah, you're trouble. Yeah, you're trouble. 'Cause you're trouble. Yeah, you're trouble. Yeah, you're trouble, trouble, trouble. Yeah, you're trouble. 'Cause you're trouble, trouble, trouble. Yeah, you're trouble.
I have been hiding these stools from you guys for a solid minute. These were actually a Facebook Marketplace find. They are restoration hardware bar stools. They go for like $1,500 a piece new from Restoration Hardware, and I scored all three of them off the Facebook Marketplace for $700 total. They are solid wood, have these beautiful black leather seats. The seats are so wide, they could not be more comfortable. We are obsessed with them.
I never knew love could be so sweet. I never knew it would sting. I never knew love like this would leave me in pieces. Oh, Emily, when did you fall right out of love? Oh, Emily, when did the magic stop for us?
Now it is time to finish this corner. We used my favorite Amazon curtain rod and my favorite Amazon curtains. Everything will be linked down below. I found the best curtains that they sell on Amazon, and trust me, I ordered all of them. Then I wanted to do something a little bit different over here that I haven't done before. I got these really cute hooks that perfectly match the curtain rods, like they have the same end. And I just thought that it was like a really cozy look. For the light fixture hanging in here, we actually got it from IKEA. It is a perfect match to the Crate & Barrel Nosa medium-sized woven pendant light, but that was really expensive, and we got the one from IKEA that was like $30 or less, but the little lighting part on the inside was silver, so that's why I spray painted it gold. And it is finally time for this hideous flying saucer to get off of my ceiling.
Feels uneasy. Oh, Emily, when did you fall right out of love? Oh, Emily, when did the magic stop for us? Oh, but Emily, you are the part of me I feel. It will kill me when you leave and close my door. Who said it'd be easy to be in love?
Next thing we wanted to accomplish was hanging our gallery wall. So I purchased these gallery wall frame sets from HomeGoods. I could not recommend these more. They always have them over in the photo section. They have black frames. I've seen gold frames, white frames. I've also seen gray. You could spray paint them if you're looking for an even different color than the ones I just listed. These are the nicest frames, and they are so affordable. For a pack of 3, it's like $20 or less. They also come with these really cool hanging kits that are actually really helpful, especially when you're hanging a gallery wall, just so that you perfectly know how to space out all of the frames. Once we get these all hung, if any of them are crooked, just mind your business. Every single time we close the garage door, that wall shakes a little bit and they get knocked out of place. So it's times like these I have to remind myself that I don't live on the page of a magazine. This is our real house. But if any of you have any ideas on how we can reinforce these, like a picture putty or something like that, please leave your recommendations down below. Bringing in our beautiful table. This is from Hearth & Hand from Target. It's the perfect cool toned brown. If you're looking for a table, this one is so nice. And here is the after of the kitchen. I feel like if the kitchen had a motto, it would be like small changes, big impact. And the biggest change of all, of course, is definitely our breakfast nook area. I feel like I say this about every single makeover, that this is my favorite, blah, 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 but this is just a space that we have envisioned since the first time we ever stepped foot into the house. So having this vision be realized is so surreal. I just feel like we made a really bright, fresh, but still really cozy area for us to enjoy so many family meals for years to come, but I cannot wait to hear all of your thoughts on everything down below. I didn't film me decorating too many different areas. I did use a lot of items that we already had, and a lot of the items that I used to decorate are from Target, and everything will be linked down below. This kitchen corner is just decorated with some cookbooks and a cookbook holder. Again, everything being from Target. Well, alrighty, you guys, there you have it. There is my kitchen transformation. I cannot wait to hear what you think down below, so please be sure to leave all of your thoughts and your feedback. I'm so pumped. Also, thank you to everyone who wished us congratulations on the fact that I am expecting, which is just so crazy. There's been lots of Here Up videos, and I know that some of you mentioned that you had noticed that I had not been like trying on clothes and kind of like hiding my full body, because I am in fact already bumping a little bit. So thank you guys all for the well wishes. I hope that you guys loved this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button down below and the notification bell. I have another transformation coming up in just a few weeks. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.